best friend for life. Put your hands up.
Tonight Focused on just this moment in time, focusing on their game plan. The way that they started out, really all three group games have been fantastic. But like Lex said, what Jerry said, if it doesn't go well in those first 10 minutes, don't panic and just keep believing.
This match taking place as 13 miles from Stanford Stadium. That's where the USMNT 1994 World Cup. Lost to Brazil. Today, around 30 around Los Angeles. So we have the winner of the USMNT will take on Belgium in Seattle on July 6th. looking for an empty seat. I don't see one. USA, Bosnia and Herzegovina. For a ticket to the round of 16. Kickoff in the Bay Area.
Well, there's a lot of complexity there, Jimmy. You're doing really well. Are you feeling anything? Coffee. I don't understand, but this is going very well, huh? Coffee. Coffee? Coffee. 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 Coffee.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by the Home Depot.
It is a glorious early evening setting here at the south end of the San Francisco Bay. It is another incredible atmosphere fitting for yet the latest installment of the biggest game in American men's soccer history. It is the knockout stage. It is win or go home here in Santa Clara as the United States gets set to take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the United States going back to the opening game. Changes for the match against Turkey. This was the opening lineup against Paraguay, a team that won 4-1 and really were impressive in that first half. Matt Freese and Bell make his 18th appearance. Tilly in the back, 85th for him at 38 years old. On screen again to start again. The 21-year-old scoring against Australia. This is a back line. They just kept one shot in their last 11 games, but that was in this tournament against Australia. Full out in front, as you see, number 10, Christian Pulisic, back in the starting lineup for the very first time since that first match. Let us start the ball game together. 3 changes for them. But something's up. They changed the system for a team. I can go back to 2024 to see them play with a back 5. That is a sign of respect for the U.S. They played against a back 5 in this tournament, which is well against Australia. But this is a team that is going to look to defend early on in this match. They were very good in set pieces. Reynolds, number 21, 6'7". The center back, 6'2", 6'7", 6'4". They're going to look to hit the U.S. in set pieces. Let's get this game going. This team, this country has been waiting for this match, and here we go. In the history of this USMNT team, dates back to over 100 years. They were at the first ever World Cup in 1930. This is unique. Never before has the U.S. played a knockout game in the World Cup, in which they're not the plucky underdogs hoping to pull off a surprise. They're expected to win. They expect to win. It's their opponents who are motivated to defy the odds and pull off a surprise. And those fans who have tickets for the game Monday night in Seattle are begging for this team to win and to get to that next round. It's a beautiful evening. The field bathed in sun. The shade will stretch from the near sideline to the far sideline as the game goes along. We're underway. The United States in red and white stripes, Bosnia and Herzegovina in blue. It was a great knockout group stage for the U.S. It was historic as well. The U.S. able to defend the corner in the opening seconds. They topped the group, a record number of points, a record number of goals. But what they understand is none of that matters anymore. It's win or go home against the Bosnia and Herzegovina team and their first ever knockout stage game of the World Cup. They're the reason Italy aren't here at the World Cup. They're hoping to be the reason the United States are no longer here coming into the evening.
Well, and here's the set pieces we talked about. Nothing but a long kickoff. You see the man that's on Matt Freese. That's a 6'7" Ranich. And they're just trying to maybe put some pressure on Freese. Hasn't had too much to do in this tournament. And he's going to get an early test here.
18-year-old Caramel Davis trying to break out young stars of this World Cup to take. That's where Freese did it home. Is batted away. It's Pulisic first ball.
experienced World Cup referee in charge of this. It's a very thin cut surface, I guess to say. Very low cut grass. The wind is swirling it down there, so this ball's going to fly around. And already you're seeing a couple of misplayed passes, and Nicolas has to just get it cleared out. What do you expect this to look like today?
I expect the United States to have the majority of the ball. 2 of the matches in the group stage for Bosnia and Herzegovina, 38% of the ball. But they're actually stepping up for a little bit of pressure here. They even seem a little bit disconnected in the ways in which they want to press the tactically. I'm interested to see how they end up approaching it, because number 5, Chinas, is pushing into the midfield right now, trying to match McKay. A lot of the U.S.'s strength is with their midfield, their ability to move and hit quickly. That's what they need to get to early.
This is the defense on the ball. It's a great finish on top of these guys. After practice yesterday, the freedom that he has in a twinkle in his eye when he talks about getting in those moments on the ball. Second level here in Santa Clara, a whole thicket of Bosnia and Herzegovina fans in blue, supporting their team in this historic moment for their country.
So they're pretty good looking to shape defensive side for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is a 5 across the back before Shinat's here on the near side. He's going to step out and get aggressive with Serginho Dest. The only thing I'm not noticing is that there's no back up really stepping into the midfield. They're trying to maintain their shape to not get dribbling ability to slash inside as defenders converge on top of him in the first set piece for the United States.
They take it short, releasing from Tillman. This is Jim Francis quickly across the way. Martinez won't let it by. Tillman drives it in. Serginho, the 4-year-old all-time leader, he's playing with the score for Bosnia and Herzegovina against Clear.
Very difficult to defend that for an opponent. I think the first one short. The U.S. have been effective on corner kicks. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one ended up once again. But as we said, maybe they're looking to try to play these short and draw Bosnia and Herzegovina out a little bit because they have some big bodies defending crosses. So this goes right on the penalty spot. You've got everybody clumped at the back, but you're going to try to move towards that near post.
We'll tell you, we'll see the near post with some having really a collision pass as well. It's high D that she was down and to come out of the frame until the play stops.
Maybe it's one of those surprise starters for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They've been 28 minutes so far in this tournament. And serving into the middle of the field, looking at the defensive type midfielder. He was great here on the corner kick. Gets across that near post as we're saying. He was out free when he's attacking. So again, he just sprints trying to flip that one on. And Vigovic gets the worst for wear at the end of that.
He was one of the number of players on this Bosnian team born overseas. This is a country that was born in the dissolution 30 years ago, the old Yugoslavia.
lot of them came to the United States, a lot of them came to different countries in Europe, and so they've done a wonderful job of finding those players who find out it's time to flee and go to life somewhere else. Playing a player you might see later, Esther Tarnage, born and raised in Wisconsin, a one-time player for the United States, and was meant for value. Way down. When the U.S. do these defensive moments here, it's taken up by McKinnon for Bosnia and Herzegovina front.
There's good running though from Phil Balogun up front. We've talked throughout this tournament about just how important his movement is, as well as Weston McKinnon. He has been the heartbeat of this team and will be once again if the U.S. going to get a victory tonight.
Here's Maryland Harder and Chris Richards. They've got that fans that are trying to show us about the toss is going to give the U.S. a free kick. Pochettino speaking to him yesterday, he said despite losing that game at the end of the group stage, the final game against Turkey, he said we've got the momentum back. It never really went away. It hasn't changed. But now we have to go perform. And as he said, having the home advantage is an advantage. The travel's been easier. It's familiar settings. You've got this incredible support. He said it can also become complicated because it not only motivates the opponent, having a hostile atmosphere. Just can't let the pressure and expectation. They did that with Hammer all over. And when they try to prepare the team to do the deals, Anthony Robinson let that ball out of his ear, trying to make his run.
And you see, there's just not a lot of space for the United States. Look how compact the lines are for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Nice looking ball from Haley. It's going to go over the top of Sergio Mendes. But these types of balls, they keep a defensive honest for Margaret's because he wants his team to stay really compact, not allow McKinnon to listen, to get that ball in behind his midfield and be dangerous. That's the danger zone for the U.S. to get that ability to make a combination. So I think he's going to take some of the movement from Sergio Mendes, but I think he's going to be where the U.S. can find space.
Chances that are clear.
This has been something as well. The referees have really been releasing contact on the goalkeeper in these situations.
This is here's the goal, shoot out for a slight contact on goalkeepers and nothing across the vehicle. Hold the camera and try to police this. To get the team to the bench, drops it right.
referees reacts well, punches away. But you're seeing the real threat that Bosnia provide on some of these situations.
Some confidence, hasn't had a ton to do with the two games he started, did not play his career.
And those two saves will give you confidence for sure. Getting early touches in a game, that's not what you want from a U.S. perspective. You want your keeper to be quiet, but even for him, that's him into the game, absolutely. So the diligent signs that he made those saves, and was a win.
The United States in all three of those games you're seeing, by this point in the game, they have scored a goal.
Just look at this. Here's the ball unswinging. Chris starts to step in and then realizes the flight of the ball is coming back towards the goal. So then he backs up and is able to palm it away. And you wonder, just down on this near side, there's a little bit of shadow. I don't know if that affects his ability to see the initial kick from Alabama, which both corners away from that side.
That was 100% going in, if not for that Cruz reacting to it.
Test for the United States. By this point, in all three games, they scored a goal. So they're going to have to grind. There's going to be different phases of the game. And Bosnia, as you can see, come to play. Very competitive team. For the U.S. to find some solutions with the ball to be dangerous, but do not drop the intensity. That is the strength of this team.
Texas making a big run forward. That gives some space to run through the game.
Making eye contact with the lead zone, waiting for the ball which is overhead. They're not going to make a run before that. These runs are going to be so important right there that just, you know, you have to get to the middle about mid-block. That should be a yes throw. Yeah. And space them high. They're not just sitting right on top of the goal the entire time.
The U.S. can't do anything with the ensuing possession. We see early
clearly how the wind is affecting those balls in the air. And if anything, the wind direction of the field seems to be opposite of it. Goes the top of the stadium. Ryan is going to get there, takes the ball from the defender, is able to block it. Radovich there, the big man who's fronting up on Balogun. It's going to be out.
And these are always tight, potential offside decisions. But this is your job as a striker, as specifically the president, Kenny Fatero, the captain, Victor Italiani. But these are your job as a striker to make those defenders uncomfortable. And you ain't going to get over the top from Balogun.
US on the heels of it there immediately, so Reed plays safe and retreats into that freeze. Swimmers trying to find the angle for Weston McKinney. He's held outside, he's got runners coming in the box. McKinney in the great spot! Robinson after a touch from Buffalo goalkeeper. Russell is down. He's out for a goal kick.
Look at McKinney, he sees the space, so there's a miscommunication in this moment between Kolasinac and Balogun, and then he just gets down his side, just too close to Kolasinac, but he bombs it straight into Anthony Robinson. And this is the area where we talk so much about this space between goalkeeper and defenders going back towards that goal. But this stuff just happens. It's not comfortable for anybody, and I'm not close to Anthony Robinson. It doesn't too much about it. When he makes contact at the end of the Valencia, to test body runs into the side of his face.
Maybe the side of the Valencia's face, 20-year-old who's playing his 30th game in role. The referee right now is trying to keep the other players away from the benches. And he uses it as a tactical timeout or hydration break. And you see the police, the fourth official and the assistant. Valencia was given a starting job in goal 2 years ago. Silva Butler became the head coach. Butler is former captain of his Bosnia and Herzegovina national team. Winning them with their second ever appearance in the World Cup.
And you're not supposed to use these as coaching moments, but as we say, players do take liberties. So even the U.S. can get involved with Weston McKinney and Richard Pochettino. But a lot of conversation progress on this near left side here, where he's talking about the relationship, especially between the more attacking players out there, and saying, look, you still got to get pressure on the ball, because the U.S., when there's been no pressure in the midfield, have been able to play some of those passes over the top. Last couple of minutes been really good for the U.S.
And the initial indication from the medical staff is a thumbs up there that Vassill's going to be able to continue. It's a Bosnian team that came through the last chance qualifying playoffs in March. They won penalty shootouts against Wales and then against Italy. They had to win that last game. A loss or a draw against Qatar a week ago, they would have been out in the group stage. So this is the fourth time this year they have played a winner-go-home type game. The last time we saw a goal kick, we saw Bosnia and Herzegovina spring a surprise and get an attacking chance. Richards battling for that one. Melissa, the top of those balls, a little bit pulled down. Belgium are watching this game. They beat Senegal. They come from behind 3-2 victory in Seattle earlier. Belgium against the winner of this game in Seattle on Monday night. For the U.S., the historical standard is the outer group fall in the round of 16, but there's an extra round now because this fan World Cup, you have to win an knockout game just to get to the round of 16. Something the U.S. has only ever done once in 2002 against Mexico. Reed has time at the line. It's a beautiful tell off the chest, trying to get back to it. That's good work there. It's part of Moreno, and West not. He thought he drew a foul.
Yeah. We're actually seeing this pretty consistently throughout the tournament. I like it. I think too often they give the benefit of the doubt to defenders. And he's looking for this foul, so there's no clear extension of the arm or push. And it pretty clearly comes off him and goes out for a corner. They're running for two.
U.S. has scored each of the last 3 goals from set pieces, tied for the most of any team in the group stage of this tournament.
Along Bosnia and Herzegovina. Tillman, but he hit on him, also gets a punch. Once again, Olego's tracking back the interceptions, deflected ball, but Shinnick did well to find out his feet. Anthony Robinson just plays it. Coach Richards had to be able to clear his game.
Just misjudged from bounce there, Robinson. Looked like the U.S. were in a pretty good spot.
Jelic, mentioning this Bosnia and Herzegovina national team. A lot of American connections historically with this team. Last time they were at the World Cup, the guy who scored the goal, the guard there, the guy who scored the first goal once they were there, Bosnia. That's a high school and Rayfield High College soccer league suburbs.
Pushing pace and 10 touches on the ball so far. So, the ball has been in the U.S.'s right. It's been successful. He's got Anthony Robinson. They found something to go away from. They scribbled out defensively. Pulisic is still in to try to get there. He's shielded off a nice little moment there. He's kind of broke down.
And that will take us to our first half hydration break, powered by Powerade. Couple of good looks, couple of big saves by Matt Freeze, but no goals yet here in the knockout stage in Santa Clara between the United States and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on.
Is this big enough? We should have music.
Lights, banners. I can feel it. The most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big at T-Mobile. Get the incredible iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network.
I'm in your face. Nailed it.
You're not good for the games?
Fine, yes. Hey!
Across the pond, please.
Super nice.
Easy. Let's go.
The pizza.
We'll be late.
I'm quick.
Come on, man. We got food at the stadium. We're on the top. Come on.
I got him.
You couldn't get it back?
Get one of 9 cups at breakfast with the FIFA World Cup meal.
And as you can see in Santa Clara, Nikola Vassil, the Bosnia and Herzegovina goalkeeper, this entire hydration break with an ice pack to his temple after taking the knee from Anthony Robinson a few minutes ago. Obviously, Pochettino now looking on, having addressed his team. Sergio Barbares on the other side knows the significance of this opportunity. As you said, this is very different. The first 2 games for the U.S., they got out to early starts, they scored the early goal. We knew this was going to be a different type of play, a different type of game. What do you make of it so far? How does the U.S. now navigate this?
I would say, look, it's been a very positive start for the United States. Players have been able to look dangerous on set pieces. They look dangerous on a goal kick. But from what they set up, that was a set play as well, finding Jekyll. But outside that, it's been a U.S. football. But you still have to maintain your focus and your concentration and still keep the intensity high. The biggest trap you can fall into against a team that is sitting a little bit lower, non-confrontational, in your own end, is that you play at the speed that they want you to play. This team cannot play at the intensity the U.S. is capable of with their physicality, their voice, and their ability on the ball. So you have to keep working that defensive and that total growth as we saw towards the end of that first period and after. So I think for the U.S. it's just keep sticking with what you're doing, be patient, but still be confident, but don't take your foot off the gas.
One of the phrases you hear in this sport is you have to earn the right to play. You've got to do the competitive, hard-working stuff before your skill and talent can start to show. That's a good example of that today. Anthony Robinson pushing Pulisic hard defensively, but the other start going to or a shot from Pascal by the foul.
I think that's too for Pulisic when Higgins are making this foul here. He could be a little bit more aggressive. Take a few more chances. When the US are in possession, they end up working down his left side. They're often attacking set is to leave Anthony Robinson provided with and bringing Pulisic inside. I think actually in a game like this, he can bring danger by being 1v1, maybe starting a little bit wider himself.
Freeman takes a late kick. He goes down with a shout. US bench is furious. Referee says play off. Freeman's down behind the play. Richards carries it from Anthony Robinson. Freeman a little gingerly getting that set now. Physicality will amp up as well.
So now you've got Robinson going inside the Pulisic line. Getting the ball early though in his space.
Actually intercepting the ball for Anthony Robinson. The quality of the passing from the back is paramount. We know it's a big part of Tim Reeves' game. Chris Richards completed each of the first 100 pass attempts that he had in this World Cup, including a perfect day against Paraguay.
And perfectly, this isn't a game where you're worried about perfect passes. You've got to take risks. Sometimes the misplay passes to open up a defense like this. That's a great ball for Robinson. It's going to run out. But that is actually the type of ball as well that you can shift the ball from side to side quickly. It's difficult for a team to rotate in enough numbers to get the type of advantages they want defensively. He's a dangerous player, Didic, going forward, but tracking back is the stuff he doesn't want to do.
Anthony Robinson has been such a big part of this U.S. team over the years, a series of injuries, even through the fall. As he said, he wasn't sure if he was going to be healthy enough to be here. Catching the wind behind it there from Vassal. He wants the header. Now again, a wrestling match with Moravic. Got sliced forward by Tillman. Moravic plays it infield. Ray knocks it backwards for Richards. He saw the pressure coming, played it safe. He has a great touch. It's held up, gets it on, it's going wide. From Elliott, the box out. Elliott gets a goal.
This will be an interesting one. He's saying what I saw. He has number one. Which they have not been doing too often is a VAR overriding a referee's call on the field. He's onside. So once he gets in the box in this position, there's definitely contact. But I think the thing we're going to have here is did he fall over in a natural way, but the referee felt like he was really playing for this. And the thing is crazy contact on this shot. But I think when Donovan just says I'm down and he goes down to his ground, it's tough to really slow because you got to see this at full speed to be able to judge it fairly. But he absolutely beats him. He's past him. Now the question is maybe is there enough contact on there?
Mark Clattenburg, you've had the same looks we have. What do you think?
Yeah, when you see a little bit of contact, the fall has to be consistent with that contact, and it isn't. I think it goes down, but he pushes his leg out. That's not natural for that contact on the leg, so that's why the referee is waved it away. Yeah, I agree with that.
Also to the new assistant referee, his second one, but he definitely took his time. He went to actually see just there, extra awkward tangle of legs. And this one has been out for a foul. And then they come down.
These calls down. The referee said, and he basically said that it's going to take a lot to completely overturn the decision that I made on the field. But we did see a player from Mulligan who's passed and he realized he felt the contact and then he went down to try to drop the penalty.
Radovic, the 6'7" defender from Bosnia and Herzegovina, was limping a little bit at the end of that. Half-an-hour play in Santa Clara. Speaks again from Bosnia and Herzegovina so far. Freeze with a call, 2 seconds, and I got great pressure on the play. So let's take a look at the video.
Great pressure from USMNT. It's going to be the thing at the top of the screen that I think will be relevant here. Yeah. As this pass comes in from Kelly, it looks like Balogun is just a tight slow with his left foot to get back outside. Did so well with the finish again. Skip past it, very free to those and with his left foot. But as we've seen, he's had goals and moments rolled against him. Didn't get the penalty. That one's offside. Keep an eye on that man, though, throughout this game. He's going to be hungry for goals.
He was going to go ruled out for offside last week against Turkey, and they conceded very quickly after. Torren is down, hurt behind the play. Anthony Robinson running for hooks it in. Put away by Maravic. Torren is back up and ready to go. Maravic picks it up. And it was a broken play. It was a great finish by Balogun down the corner.
You can see Bosnia and Herzegovina scrambling right now. They're trying to find their legs and they're having a little bit of difficulty. After a front check on the 3-year-old, just saying, hey guys, come on, let's calm down, let's stay stuck in our shape. And really for the first time, I took my headset off a couple of minutes ago. These crowd wasn't really into it. They are now.
Nice try, play. After that, good pressure by Rage. Top of the top, so that'll be sort of good evidence of the whistle as a foul. Stamirovic goes down. So 3 different tackles there.
There's a look back at the offside. Great pressure in the middle. Starts with Tino. So he can take the play that way from a U.S. perspective. Definitely offside.
There's a little bit of tricky one here because you drop Foster, the goalkeeper, all the way to midfield. You see as we come out of that replay. He's going to take this free kick.
They're going to go for the right to get at that post. This is something we said before they don't use any opportunity. This is the area they figured out a clear advantage. Looking for a second ball here if they win first.
It's headed back in. It's out by Terry. Was given the opportunity. Christine Sinclair, Canadian and Court Forms legend, joining us here this evening. Top goal scorer in women's soccer history. Take it cleanly. Exchange was alert there in front of Melissa to keep it moving for Bosnia and Herzegovina. About 10 minutes to go in the half. Nice free from the bench. He's making a step over. Coming off the angle there. 21 years of age. No lack of confidence, but as he said it was yesterday, gratefulness to be in these situations at such a young age, having had so much come his way quickly in his pro career in the last year and a half.
Sometimes you don't mind playing a team that
Dangerous here, Reese is going to come through and gets there.
this team has been defending you a little bit lower than they have some of the ball. It presents opportunities sometimes, but again, another look at the risk-averse strategy of Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're not trying to play through the U.S. at all. They want to play long, direct, and defensive.
Here's Pulisic. You get a sense it's been mostly U.S. possession, except for that little flurry back-to-back in the opening 12 minutes of the game.
I think they've got to get Christian Pulisic more involved in the game. Get the ball. That's where he's dangerous, but he's got to stay higher up the field. He's coming a little bit too deep. Nice ball there for West.
Weston McKinnon. Puts it in, kind of lifted up quickly underneath it. Enough Alex Freeman under some pressure here. Rushing up to chasing it. And he underhit that, and luckily there was really no one in blue that was alert to it. Freeman has a couple different options. It's an inside elevate, but she was pulling his shirt back. We'll play on. It's hit for McKinney. They back off it. McKinney looking in. It's too far for Pulisic. It'll find Anthony Robinson. With this LA bouncing ball, he looks it back in middle there. And right, although Balogun is pulled down, he's upset as Sienna Marinovic battle once again.
It's been one of my favorite things from Phil Balogun in this tournament, where he's just proving to be a handful for defenders. And whatever he's right now is his hands all around him. He's not going to get that ball because he didn't really have an attempt to play the ball. The ball was over the top of him. He's actually pulling his hands, his hands fully wrapped around him and beating his movement that much. But all of these little plays, I love it because it starts to irritate defenders. He's been running off the ball. He's coming underneath. He's the best in the best kind of way.
Pulisic took a shove there. Referee didn't see or didn't call it. Jimmy Towns is down the field. Jimmy, what more can you out of Phil Balogun right now?
Well, it's interesting, John, because I am sitting pitch side on right below Balo's friends and family, so plenty of head shaking after that offsides call. I talked to him before the game, and he reminded me, and then I thought, I've got another year.
There is that ball, the deflected cross, and just steered perfectly to an undead, not Christian Pulisic. And that foul time, and then a little bit of a shot there. Tillman was standing over the ball and shoved off it by Milanovic.
He's playing for that. Pretty smart, actually, from the 18-year-old Milanovic. Feels a little bit of contact from Adams and goes down. That was the frustration from Tyler Adams.
Sheenock's trying to angle it in behind. Anthony Robinson misplays it. Freeze to get there. It looked like Davis actually gave up in that.
He did. I think he might have gotten to him. He didn't anticipate it.
A little space for Pulisic to run into. And Nerwich chasing him down from behind. Robinson spots Tillman in the middle. McKinney is going to drive inside. And open it up outside. Anthony Robinson, long to get there. There's the defender. In for Tillman in the box. Back heel. Pulisic trying to get in front. It's a long look. It's a type of look he's going to open it from. It just been going.
This is Pulisic, where he needs to be a little bit more aggressive. By getting on the move here, anticipating the space in the play, he opened it up completely. How about the inventiveness though from Malik Tillman with a little back heel to find it. That's the first time you see Pulisic see the gap and hit the gap. Just pick out that final pass.
Playing up the Bank of America halftime show on Fox. We're on our All-American crew here in the stadium, down to our right. Still getting back to that chance.
He's able just to take the ball with his left foot on the run. He's trying to get Balogun crossing across his two defenders. Just ends up sailing it a little bit too high. Difficult, but there's three guys around Balogun. And then someone else crashing and anticipating that ball at the back post.
It was fun before the game. Conroy and Clint Dempsey in particular. You can tell how amped up they were because they played in these types of games. They landed like you, desperate to be a part of this type of ball in one way or another. As these 11 men have the opportunity now, as many as 5 others can join the substitutes to travel with the U.S. in the round of 16, set up a meeting with Belgium Monday night in Seattle, which was decided a few weeks ago with maybe the best atmosphere citywide in American men's soccer history. Good angle for Balogun. Milanovic defending him. And Alex makes the kick, and he's getting some pain. It's a U.S. free kick, but the good start right now is forward Balogun.
This is not where Milanovic wants to come into defender. He's playing as the center of the back, 3 and 5. And he's getting dragged all over the field by Philip Balogun. If he gets a run with him, he's going to be in behind. So then you get a 1v1, Balogun faces him up, does a little spin again, gets past him, wins a free kick. This has been the best angle at spot from the US from the set piece. Because you've got bodies that can't be as high up and clear the space. So now we're a little bit closer on top of the goalkeeper Vasu, who's trying to set a very one-man away right now. So that is going to take the US. They're not going to shoot this direct.
And as you pointed out earlier, this is going to come out of darkness into producing something right now as the goalkeeper. And the runs over. It's past its him into the new pose of the crowd. And the crowd was asking a lot. It's going to be up for goal kick. Argentina, Jesus Perez is long-time chief lieutenant. At a certain point, those will become missed opportunities for the U.S. and always create some danger on goal. Challenging McKinney there, and also Herzegovina win the throw. Lenjeko, 30 years of age, spent 4 years of his childhood surviving the siege of Sarajevo. And he wrote a letter to the children of Bosnia and Herzegovina talking about his childhood, bombs and snipers and rubble and air raid sirens and having to walk for water. It being dangerous to go outside and play. How proud he is to represent his country. This new era, this young generation that's come through has lifted him to a second-ever World Cup. Give him the chance to play in the second World Cup at the age of 40. First time in a while we've seen really any sustained possession from Bosnia and Herzegovina in the final minutes of the half. No cross to Košiac. Lemejevic just kept it playing. Good work to force him backwards. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Vasu.
Just as you're kind of thinking, okay, this game's going to roll into the half here. I'm going to still put half the goal, good first half for the United States. But that sustained spell of defensive pressure, I'd love to get a look at this, and perhaps this is something we can look at in the studio. How you can control a game still without the ball. The U.S. team, they have a defensive shape, they were quite still just comfortable in that pressure, and it slowly worked their way up to where they felt there was a chance to put in pressure on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Goes back to the keeper, it's a long ball, and the U.S. win it back. Little flip around the corner, so great from Tyler Adams. That team is sure plays football. Is it Italian? It doesn't matter, because now you build up this defense and opened up a lot of space. And then you've got bodies around Baldwin, that's a striker's finish. That is a just pure instinctual moment there for a guy that's hungry for goals. But just so body aware, he's running at full speed, stops, readjusts, gets the left foot on it, and gets it underneath Vasir. But that just defensive show, really impressive from the United States. And it's not only that they're great, they're not got the ball, this is good for Bosnia and Herzegovina. No, that was perfect.
This is very concerning right now for Tyler Adams, who lays down. He's getting looked at after that collision with AD1Z. Such an indispensable part of this team since debuting as a teenager. And this will add even more time on to the end of this half. And you see today the captain making the argument that there should have been a foul against AD1Z for the way he screened off Adams here, off of this designed play from the kickoff.
Well, Tucker just went right into him, trying to play the ball. That's a full-on screen. Pick whatever you want, both of the above. But that was not an attempt to play the ball by any means for AD1Z.
Mr. McKinney's making the argument. Mr. Argentino has been arguing the fourth official about it.
Big concern for the United States. This is a guy, Tyler Adams, is indispensable to this team. He's one of a kind in what he does, the work off the ball. You don't often say his name that much. That's because he's just putting fires out all in the field. He's getting checked out for potential concussion or whatever it may be. And now he started this tournament on fire with the 2 goals. His whole goals against Australia, and he was involved in the first goal. He's lived up to everything you would have wanted from the number 9 position and more.
Once see Adams get to his feet, and we looked at now, we wonder, maybe from a United States standpoint, can we just go through the next few minutes and then get time to fully assess him? As Adams wants to continue, he's dealt with injuries he hates, also hates being found as an injury-prone player. Can't stand up there on the field for his country.
The field for a minute. If some person goes to go to the corner with a head injury, you don't have to set that down. But this will be a really important defensive stretch for the U.S. It was +5. We outplayed it in the first 5. We lost about 3 minutes into it. And so the U.S. is defending with 1 man less right now in this sequence. They're able to create pressure like that again.
Shots recovered, and the U.S. bench is going nuts right now. There is Adams back on the field.
Rushing in. Not there. He got a good chunk out of Roberts who released it. He's going to stay in play on the far side. Robinson defending on Dish. There is a number pick up. In for Tubman. He wants to go backwards. He looks out play for the case that space in time. He plays it early. The position controls. Does he have the extra gear? Wow, Jokic failed to look at the stands up for a U.S. run.
So dangerous in the transition in the United States. And they can find that pass when Bosnia and Herzegovina stepped up. The first ball into either McKinney, Zimmerman, he made it. They're just getting into the pocket centrally, and then they're releasing first touch balls over the top.
There should be, and maybe it looks like the referee said 4 more minutes worth of play past the minimum 5 because of the Adams injury. So about 4 more minutes still to go in the half. This is dragged out by Derek. Free kick U.S. Melissa Garfield and Kevin should be real. What you said, is that done for? Yes, should be. projection set piece here for the U.S. at the end of the half. I'm going to throw a second big punch here before the break. Robertson hooks it in deep foul and crosses to it. Close it off. And they just did keep it in play. Richards gets control by Freeman. Yes, it. But the reverse comes up in traffic as ever so long. It's a back from Dust. Scott Wells are coming to the line. Trying to put it up in the middle. It's good away. School going to have some of the level of Robinson. Robinson cuts inside. They get a chance to pass it. Can't hit it. Flying on his feet. There's Taylor on Tyler Adams. Touch box it down. What sequence? The United States. They have just come to life and growing in this game as it has gone on. The ball from Adams is so good. Bosnia and Herzegovina cannot stay with the pace and intensity of the U.S. are playing. Dropping defense deep. Just heads in the ball and he nice beats his man too and it comes off the crossbar. Look at that, just flicks off the inside. There's a little rush off the toe. Over the top of the crossbar. Little just got going off the distinct shadows. And now that's as close as he's got to. The only way he can stop him is by fouling him. There to get paid up for not only just you chasing that as you saw 3 goals in this tournament. His name's laid on the score in 2010, one shy of the all-time U.S. record. Most goals in a single World Cup, a record that was set in 1930. Pressure again. Line down. Referee blow the play dead. And now we've got more pushing and shoving. Sequence there. Well, it's not the calls here, because I thought that Alvarez was playing the ball on the ground and it's good to get. But he just takes some contact because the U.S. are trying to win the ball. I don't think it was a foul initially. So let's see which way this is whistled. Because look, that foul was the ball, so Tyler Adams ends up catching him with the left knee to the face. So he doesn't need a definitive signal here, but I think this will be a foul against the U.S. And Shenax is sharing how he feels about that. It's an experienced player trying to stick up for his 18-year-old on the ground. Rodriguez was born 3 months after Edin Dzeko played his first game for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And he's up and wants to have a word. History, younger than Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal when they scored their first goals. And then off the pass is going to have a word with the extra Ivanovic. And he, for being young, has got lack for confidence, has a lack for personality on the field. You've seen that play. The referee doesn't know for sure how much time is left in this half. Not much.
He's a rookie, doesn't make a mistake. Again, I think playing to Freeman overplayed it. And I think also Herzegovina on the foul is going to be there, but that's back. That's the end of the half. Took him 45 minutes, but flown out. But once again, the difference maker, Rob and company here in Santa Clara with their thoughts in a moment. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the round of 32 at this World Cup. It's the United States 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 0.
With my new phone company, Menace Mobile, our pricing structure will be so confusing, it can only be described as evil.
That isn't evil. It's just typical phone company stuff. Besides, people just switch to Verizon with their new simplicity plan. There's just one plan and one price.
Okay.
And it's only $30 for a single line.
So you're all choosing Verizon.
And for this is the simplicity plan. $30 for a single line.
Can you hear me now?
And there it was. The first great American After we move like a sonic boom across this country didn't tiptoe on the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. We were loud, baby. Say it. Something wrong? Prove it. Because in this country, in loud we trust.
From the producers of Nutella, Nutella Peanuts, where creamy Nutella meets roasted peanuts to fill your partner in snack time. Nutella Peanut, your partner in snack time.
Adams to Centrum, ready for anything. Finds Advil, that's Rose approach. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. It's Tyler Adams! Every ball stops with an assist.
Being adopted in partner.
Yes, that's what it is. Before the return this fall, watch season 1 anytime.
We're starting a lot in here.
When this week That's Nice returns this fall on Fox or anytime on Hulu. July 4th, it's a special baseball night in America on Fox. Michael Square Up as the Cardinals take on the Cubs. Baseball night begins with the All-Star Selection Show at 7:30 on Fox.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime show on Fox is presented by Bank of America.
Cue Kansas City to celebrate. Now the reaction after throw back and foul roll in the 45th minute. US up 1-0 in Bosnia and Herzegovina here in this round of 32 showdown from San Francisco Bay Area. Alex third goal of the tournament as the US up 1-0 at the side stadium. Roscoe, US legends Carly Lloyd, Clint Dempsey, and Alexia Messi with you in the shade. The U.S. scoring with the same starting lineup as they opened up this World Cup 19 days ago. They dominated, but weren't rewarded until they looked be too good as a country less than lawless. Flyovers, pretty good flyovers, man. Pick things up in the 11th minute. Bosnia with an opportunity off the corner kick. And we know Bosnia is dangerous on the corner kicks. That brings up not a whole lot to do this tournament. He misjudges this one, comes back, recovers, and kicks it all in.
Look, it was difficult playing against this little block, but Weston McKinney here just showing how good he is with his movement. Great save by the keeper. Maybe could have put that ball on the ground, but another opportunity for them.
Let's begin to get all over the place this time. Wouldn't you know, my player to watch comes up big. Tillman gets on the ball, gets a little bit lucky with this pass, but Barton does a great job of adjusting his body and finishes to the keeper's leg. Lets everybody know he's here, he's the man. 3 goals in 3 games. Man, he is on fire. Here's the play again. Tillman gets a little bit lucky with the pass, but for me, Barton at full speed adjusts his body and then places it between the keeper's legs and gives us a great start. 1-0.
Doing what a striker does.
Brandon's happy.
Put the best in the best.
That's done. Back backwards landing. And now you're not going to show. You're post-game show, man.
We thought we were going to go 2-0 up here. Just an incredible header. Bellingham just so close. Hits the crossbar. Could have been a different story going in a half of 2-0.
Now with 3 career World Cup goals, the U.S. up 1-0 at the break possession, 62% for the U.S. They have a 5-1 shot advantage, 4 of those shots from Bellingham. What are the challenges when you're going up against a team that's playing that low block?
I mean, it's incredibly hard. It's frustrating as a player, especially as a striker up top. You've got to stay patient, which I think that they have. They've grown into it. And there's always those opportunities where the opponent makes a mistake. And that's what they did. They capitalized. I think Christian Pulisic, they grew into that half, got on the ball more. But I really like what I've seen. I think that they've matured, they've come a little way, and they got to keep the foot on the gas.
And I've been really impressed with the way that they bossed the game. They were talking about imposing their style on the opposition, and that's what they did today. You know, they just were clicking on all cylinders, in my opinion. You know, it took a while to get the goal. They were moving the ball quickly. They were creating opportunities. And even our goal came from playing transition. As a ball kick, we won it, and then played forward quickly, tilling the ball again. I mean, I'm so excited with the way that they're playing, and I hope they can continue into the second half.
This was mature. This was patient. This was, like I said, mature in that this referee is put the game fundamentally when something shines, so you're not going to be able to count on that. But this Bosnia team is going to kick you up and down the field. Don't blink. Don't blink. A win is a win. It's as good. 1-0 is as good as 4-0.
Incredibly professional first 45. Let's see how the second 45 plays out. The U.S. could have scored in the first 11 minutes in each of the 3 group stage games. Took until the 45th for them to get that breakthrough moment here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If the U.S. advances, they will head to Seattle for a round of 16 date with Belgium coming up. We will show you the remarkable way that the Red Devils snuck past Senegal today in Seattle. Plus, highlights of England's cut from behind win over DR Congo. Harry Kane, the star of the show, as the 3 Lions took another step towards perhaps Alexi Wallace bringing it home this summer.
Today, we're going to wrestle 50 super states.
Bicycle kick. I love this one.
I don't think that's a good idea.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose, and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Can help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if you worsen eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
I understand now. No one can match our energy.
I don't understand the red cards.
This football is so confusing.
I cannot. Getting the cards in football is the opposite to a sapphire reserve card. Red cards make it harder for you to earn points. This card earns you 3 times the points in diamond.
Thank you.
Also, you get a $300 credit to travel. Ready? And 2 yellow cards means the game. It's me and 2
Experience the complex remarkable reward. Chase Sapphire Reserve. What does it take to be the greatest of all time? It's not just leaving defenders chasing shadows, or turning goalkeepers into statues. It's making a team, your sport, and everything around you better. Here's to the greatest of all time.
Earlier today, England came from behind to beat DR Congo 2-1. Harry Kane with 2 great second half goals. He's now at 13 in his World Cup career. Today, he surpassed Pele on the all-time best. Belgium rallied from 2 goals down in the 86th minute to stun Senegal after forcing extra time. The Red Devils
A 3-2 victory, facing Billy Tillman's from the spot. 3 more round of 32 matches tomorrow. Romania and Spain against Austria for LA. Then Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal battle Croatia before Switzerland meets Algeria. Longer that, sponsored by Bank of America. Dwayne Mallory on target here in the 45th minute, and the U.S. halfway towards their second ever knockout stage win at a World Cup. Second 45 on the backside.
The Super Sub, if that stays alive, you will be playing it so long.
Right in the middle of everything else, you're trying to lose weight. Foundeo is a daily GLP-1 pill proven to help adults lose weight and keep it off. Foundeo helps people lose up to 25 pounds. It's the only GLP-1 pill that can be taken any time of day, with no planning around food or drink. Don't take Foundeo if you're allergic to it, or if you're selling it or MTC or MMN2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have a reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and bad liver problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, if you're nursing pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Taking Foundeo with an insulin or sulfonylurea may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting, which will cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. You don't need to wait for the right time to make a change. Now is perfect to ask your doctor about Foundeo. Learn about savings and support at Foundeo.com.
I want to create a legacy where people can say, this guy changed American soccer.
Really, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yo, we in this win. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Trust me. Bro, I don't think.
Get 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a select new 2026 day one.
Win, bro. Fuck, bro. Yo, we in here, bro.
Celebration July 14th on Fox.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by Home Depot.
In the 29th minute full down game, thought he might have earned a penalty kick. 2 minutes later, he had a goal called back to him offside. In the 45th minute, he finally got his just for the line. And his third goal on this World Cup. And that's what it's saying. U.S. after 45 minutes, Luis Pochettino and the U.S. back on the field. What's imperative this opening 10-15 minutes of the second half?
Well, the energy that they had in that first half, you'd love to see if they could make their out of the way for this first 50 minutes to put it away. But again, don't be greedy.
There's no grace. John's not done. Let's get another one. Let's put this game over here.
Post-game shot, let's see it. When it's on the second half, once again, upstairs, Johnson and Stewart.
Well, the U.S. has been the highest scoring team at this World Cup in the first half of games. It's about what they do in the second half, as you guys were just talking about. This is not the Bosnia and Herzegovina team you want to look paper. And each of their qualifying last chance playoffs in March against Wales and Italy, they teammates to go. In each of those games, they got a time-going revolution. They won the ensuing penalty shootout. What do the U.S. have to do well here to not allow that scenario to happen?
This team to not even Bosnia and Herzegovina think that they have a chance here. They go for the kill in the second half, early in the second half, keep the pressure on, and get back to that tempo that just puts them under pressure. They don't want to switch. So I see Bosnia and Herzegovina making tweaks to their system because they were not very good in the first half.
Just after the boundary goal. David's trying to knock as well, late in the half. He's back out there. Tillman. Just knocks it forward. Comes Enfield, spun the side of the head of the defender. Tillman. Battle off about giving it. He's trying to play behind. Re-interception gets rid of quick. The rest of just that goal space is higher right now. Tillman left it at the end. He got 5 foot. That was great pressure in there. And here's a touch wide advantage. Here comes the foul. And he wants to play with the right. Batted out on the right. Not the pick from behind by Katic. And the penalty fouls him to play Vans the other way. So Rockets suffer a loss. So we get the second half. How about that touch from Alex Freeman on the ball in the middle. McKinney for Tillman still leaving a little bit after that last kick that he took. Ball is going to stay in place. So he makes the Robinson. Could take that out every quarter to be there. It's a clear. And then still job not done. Robertson steps forward. We've got a second ball in the field. This is chaos. To begin the second half, Robertson spins away from Patrick. Shooting now, I think they coach him Harrison. From the hook down, cross in. Jack is in the boundary, but down. Ends the ball high for a U.S. Cup. And for Nick, starts in the half. But if it's controlled chaos, that's okay for the United States. Because I think they're going to continue to open up this back line. They want to get Pulisic involved early in the half. Very positive. As we look at 2v1, so just flints the ball in the box. Milanovic, looking up where he left off before the ball again. He knows he's the play. 4 out of 5 shots in the first half of the United States coming from Phil Bauer. The other one, Pulisic. Keep putting pressure on that center. Richards, they straight up in the air, also comes to get to Boston. Freeman on his side, Robinson back in. It's very good by goalkeeper. Getting taken down the field, what's the word from the U.S. coaching staff?
Nice to catch up with his first assistant. Really, his reaction was very little. We dominated the game, we dominated possession, the run game as well. Great to get that goal from Ballo, but we cannot stop. I asked him more specifically about the physicality. He said they are aggressive. We expected that. We will be ready to make Jake in the second. We're not stopping for Texas.
He's pulled back by Shulich. He highlights the U.S. position and the pass is given away.
They were the right Dixie used in that time, which was a professional performance. So as long as going to be played out, Chico's got a little bit of a drop. Right in the middle. The 4-year-old started all 3 games for Bosnia and Herzegovina. In the group stage, he's lost a lot of minutes, really important player for them.
And he has been single legend. Leads the national team's history. Games played, goal scorer, has played for some high-profile clubs. Hopefully, could very easily come back and show a yellow and Shulich.
The professionalism for the U.S., what that speaks to in the first half was how organized they were defending out the ball, getting involved in the right amount of aggression, not stepping over the line, putting pressure on opponents. But that's going to be key in the second half because you're going to have a Bosnia and Herzegovina team that is down the goal. They're going to be able to score for them in the group stages. But this team is, as we said, they're not going to go away. But they will try to find any moment to either get a red card, second yellow, and that was when Jekyll just pulled up lame on that play there.
And this is unfortunate. This is a legend. Such such an important player for his country, such a great professional throughout his career. But this is how and why he is forced off. There might in fact be multiple substitutions coming. Mamic was immediately up, but Martinovic is preparing to enter as well. And so you interested 5 minutes in the second half to see what the changes down.
Well, they might be taking off a defender and putting on an extra midfielder, bringing 2 attacking players here. So
Ivanic is there, Perez is number 8.
Ivanic was the player that we're actually surprised to see was starting as a more defensive-oriented player in that position. We're going to make a third sub as well, it looks like, to Ivanic.
So Šumić is off, who has been kind of a rotation guy in the midfield.
They might have enjoyed this at halftime as a little perplexing.
So 3 changes into Jacob, Ivanic, Šumić are off. Kuzmanovic, who scored 8 the last 2 games. Tahirevich, Roman Schwarber, Hezberg, Artovic. Andres, and Hamilton, Wisconsin. Teammate of Serginho Dest, previously long-time PSV Eindhoven. He began his career with the Wiener Revolution as a teammate of Matt Turner's. He played for the USU national team with Paul Oxford, played 1 game for the US senior team. And now he's trying to get agent of destruction for the United States on the field for Bosnia and Herzegovina. To the second half, we're getting back to get back to the ball for the first time. Clemens there sweeping back to that for his 2 saves in the first half.
The subs as you would expect as well. We don't get renewed life and enthusiasm to this Bosnia and Herzegovina team. The players they brought on are better players. So it tells you they want to have a little bit more creativity, they want to have a little bit more ability, they want to start to put pressure on the US. But what they can do in time is open them up a little bit more defensively. If the US can keep that aggression, but now you have to be more aware of the counterattack moment. So making sure you always have a +1 in the back if you're William Richards. But we made against the attacking players from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And you have it kept on this time. So it's right side out and that's a tough one for them to catch up to attack. But they kept 3 in a row. So they basically kept 3 back. And if Bosnia and Herzegovina now have the 2 strikers, you've always got an extra man that's free that can read the play in different situations.
Scaly coming from the screen, going for the Michelob Ultra Superior player of the match. Here is Santa Clara, and Sharon continues to reach across from one side of the field to the other. Fantastically comfortable leader in the South Bay area. Remember this game to face Belgium Monday night in Seattle in round of 16. Belgium coming back from 2 goals down to force extra time late against Senegal and won with a penalty kick at the end of extra time. Break for the African champions. Is it going to be a rematch for the U.S. Not just the game 12 years ago today when the U.S. played Belgium and Tim Howard's heroics led off in a Belgium extra time win, but now Belgium cruising past the U.S. with a friendly march. Great opportunity for revenge. The U.S. has to get there first. See this game out.
Switch. Look at the man-to-man pressure that Bosnia and Herzegovina are playing. It's potentially run out for free. So they're taking risks because they have to. The downgrade. I do think this could really prove something of advantage for the United States if they can stay dynamic and consistent with their movement and beating guys off the dribble. And when it's a man-to-man defensive system like this, if you're ballistic, if you're tested, if you're turning, and you beat your guy, you open up the field for everybody else. So they're going to get a little bit more comfortable with that pressure now.
News against going to hang up in the wind awkwardly, Robinson. And he just gets away from Martinovic. Didic pulls it in. Pulisic trying to recover defensively. chance to be danger in the attack. For Kontic instead. Kontic driving that one. Was that a miss here? Was he trying to catch for each here?
I think it was missing because that would have been slightly audacious from this distance. Let's see how he's shaping up. Yeah, he just cuts across it. But that type of shot actually makes it really keep shooting. But he can't even leave the ball. Very comfortable for Freeze.
Freeze is now dealing with the Sun. Any ball from that type of position, you see what a line of Chuckle and Sun is, and he's going to be dealing with. Melissa trying to spin and run off it. Will go all the way out. A reminder tomorrow on Fox. More action in the round of 32. One of the favorites here at the World Cup, Spain, taking on Austria in Los Angeles. And they start at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific on Fox. Also tomorrow, Portugal and Croatia. Will we have a Spain-Portugal match? Will it be Spain-Croatia? Or the Austrians are going to their getting included in the round of 16. Some wonderful matchups. Some big stars continuing to shine here in this World Cup. Very high earlier today. 4 hour as well. USMNT.
Excellent. When you move the ball quickly like that, it's difficult to defend man-to-man. And then when McKenny makes that 4-yard run, he's almost saying to the defender, you coming with me or not? Because if you don't, I'm in. And he was, but then Mirovic was able to come over and to cover. But the flow and the tempo of the game has been slightly disjointed to start the second half. You got subs, you got fouls. It's slowed the pace down a little bit.
And the limited short hits that one from the edge. Team talked to us about after practice yesterday in details. Win tackles, win duels for loose balls, win the long individual moments of battles. That's where these games are decided. It's Ballard and Tillman will win that ball, and now Pulisic that ran away from allowing Kontic to come and tackle it away. Remains carrying forward, Tyler out to the shot for stride. He hands it off. Amish, the defensive work on Alex Freeman there.
To see how long Pulisic is going to go. He's only got 77 minutes in the tournament so far. Came off of halftime with the first game in a couple of minutes against Turkey. But this is a game that's going to continue to require intensity. And it's just that we're moving heavy into catching up to attack some of the ball's decision making. So I would imagine that's a sub that Pochettino is thinking about at some point earlier in the second half.
This is Pochettino saying this. Now's not the moment to manage his minutes and be careful. Now here's the time to push and take risks. But how much of a risk will you go away? How much of a heavy leg Christian Pulisic is still a better option than a pressure guy off the bench because of what he brings here? It's on the outside. And she is going to cross it. Tipping right with the defender. Altamira is going to keep just enough to prevent from getting on the clock. Down with McKenny. Messi slows forward. That's a far side for North instead. Takes it around. Messi can't handle it for a pass. Takes it by one. Rolls in and he's safe for one out of there. To stop the U.S. run. And that's it for that sequence. Wonderful defensive play from the U.S. captain, the oldest man ever to play a World Cup for the U.S. 38 Timmery. Not to win it. Robinson, key interception. Bosnia and Herzegovina on that handball there. Referee says no. Freedom wants this to win.
I think that's smart by Gus, not just to make the run, to make the run. Because there was actually nobody else free offensively. So good moment there from Tony Miller and Alex Freeman. Just recognizing the fact that it's not on. Let's keep the ball. Let's keep some of the possession. It's going to be a little bit of a smart for Bosnia to go in.
And both are down. Liverpool seems to be in the worst shape, but Hargan is still shaken up. For the first time today, those two have had a really good time that ball game.
It breaks down the back of his little game. It's not intentional. It's just the two of them were tangled up, and he's trying to get a foot on the ground. They actually just kind of looking at the middle front there.
Is that something that they do? Is this an referee not looking at it?
I think that's enough that rises to the level that that should be a red. But you see, this was the previous play. Anthony Robinson, it popped up and hits the inside of his arm. It's not a ball, though. It didn't change the direction of the ball.
And Hargan, meanwhile, is getting his right leg here. You can see it now, stretched out. And the referees are not enforcing nearly as tightly as in the first time. Players coming over and getting kind of a tactical timeout and getting some hydration here.
I would say that should be going on football, but I don't see that rising to the level that that should be a red card. But they were checked out.
Yeah. So that, in the opinion of Juan Soto of Venezuela, is a potential red card. Is calling the rest is not for yellow.
I get more confidence because I think this is one of you look at it in slow motion. It's worse than what the play actually was when the two bodies were crashing together.
Let Mark Clattenburg, our referee for applause, is now looking at it in slow motion. What is he going to see?
Yeah, this is not consistent what I've seen for the rest of the tournament. When this type of challenge comes, it's more of a step in action. And when it's step in action, it lacks force and intensity. But the problem with Ben, guys, as he puts his foot down, he catches the foot of the Bosnia and Herzegovina player. And that's what then creates that movement down. And it means his ankle twist. And therefore, does he endanger the safety of his opponent? You can argue it does. But I think it's slightly unfair because it's more of a step in action and it lacks force and intensity, generate that red card. See, when you see a still image like this, it's easy to say that's a red card. And I can see why this will potentially be given, but this is why I like seeing it in real time like this. I want to see it in full speed. That's the action of the game. And this to me, the two players jostling for the ball, Balogun's trying to get position and trying to turn on it. Maybe it felt more incidental contact, but I can see that, you know, he's looking on the danger of the safety of an opponent. This is the final decision. It's a game-changing moment.
The number 20 United States Committee says foul.
That's for the record.
That decision is broken.
Is it the right play? Is it the right play? I don't think this is anytime being unbiased here. I don't like that being the level that we call for red card. Because we didn't even see Ronaldo's count. He came on the outside of him, and he jumps in front. I think that is a yellow card, absolutely. I would see that as a red.
Mark, is that the right use of VAR? Is that the correct outcome for the play on the field?
I don't believe it's a good use of VAR. I think when you watch it in real time, you don't see that, you know, the ankle twist. And it's just an accident. As Balogun puts his foot down, he catches underneath his opponent's foot. This is just an accident that happens. You can see he's upset by it. This doesn't even for me the criteria of a red card, and it's certainly going to change the course of the game. And that does, it changes the game. And the other reason I would say that, Mark, it wasn't even given as a yellow card initially by the referee. And so he saw it, he had a good look at it, but it is what it is. Now the US are down a man, and they're going to go into, we'll see what subs. I think you're not thinking about a sub, you're thinking about Pulisic potentially coming off. And they keep some speed
put some pressure up front. But now it's going to be Bosnia and Herzegovina in possession, and you're going to expect a lot of crosses into the box. So it's changed the game completely. It's made it a lot harder for the U.S. Now, how can they respond to this ball? Left McKinney steps in to take that pass away. He's got to be careful. Now running by Demirovic. You've lost your top scorer of the tournament for the last half hour of this game, and you've lost him for the entire next game if you advance for round of 16. Chance to have that cross in there. It's not to the
really quickly because it's really now really different formations and different characteristics of players on the field, especially on this left wing position, left midfield, where Dedic is an attacking player for Bosnia and Herzegovina. So you're sacrificing a little bit of the attacking play. You still may have some moments, but really you have guys out there that are fresh, closing down crosses, keeping the level high from a pressure standpoint.
We're going to have a hydration break in about 2 minutes. That's a big adjustment period. That's going to be the biggest 3 minutes of Mauricio Pochettino's time coaching this U.S. team for him and his staff to plot some solutions as the U.S. is down to 10 men for the rest of this game. And all of a sudden, Bosnia and Herzegovina feeling momentum, seeing the opportunity to get back into this one. By time to traverse it backwards. Pushing up returns. By Tarvic. Maybe straight from here to last game. Good pressure by Dest. To not give him an angle to shoot. Polishina chance to cross. Bring it out there immediately to force him back. We're hear a lot of this score is suffering. The U.S. is going to have to suffer the rest of this game to win and get to Seattle. And the Bosnian fans below us and up to our right are making the most noise right now. Second ball, Thomas brings it down, McKinney got to be careful. It's into his freeze, cut to the catch. Official was first in the game according to Tony. What are we doing for? When they count that one on the floor, as a city, because that was going on in the first half. And that's where that clock starts ticking with the ball's in his hands, and so he's just going to get rid of the ball. This is Chrissy off the front of the finger. Looking around for any support. And this is the beginning of their full boundary right now. Okay, I'll just reverse it. Freeman Blue wants to drive it inside. And he runs into Polishina, so he's going to pick the ball back upstairs. It's Freeman. That's not for Polishina. The Italians were up. The Italians had chances to make it 2, and they only had a second. We'll get to it after. This hydration break is powered by Powerade. It comes at a moment of real adversity for the United States in Santa Clara. They're up the goal, but they are down a man. Win or go home at the World Cup. The United States won. Bosnia and Herzegovina nil.
What would you like the power to do? Your passion for this game opens opportunities. For them, for our local businesses, for the community. Because when local businesses thrive, the community also thrives. Bank of America, champions that everyone dares to ask, what would you like the power to do?
Is David's backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it right back on. Ready here, David's going to Home Depot for the assists. David right nutrition. Deliver it right there. Nothing much. This is so relaxing. Like that. Or what you know happened just like Josh. Very happy to help. Okay, here's the deal. This game is 3 on 3. Who we play? So we'll go through this. Modify just, hey,
this local club they've lost since 1996. They beat everyone who showed up. The guys who play in teams, the always in. Honestly, respect. The trash talkers, even the bruisers. We win every time. So we tell them that. But that doesn't seem right. It's 100% true. What's wrong?
The emotions of Phil Valentine, the golden goal for the U.S. Late in the first half, the red card here just a few minutes ago. Jay Taft is right next to the U.S. bench right now. Jay, what have you been seeing during the break?
Well, just such an intensity, John, as expected with that break. The players were huddled so close together, arm in arm. And I know you guys were watching when Valentine left the pitch. I told you I'm sitting right by his family. They were shocked and disappointed. His players were consoling him. He didn't show a lot of emotion, but specifically Sebastian Berhalter. I noticed a complete change in his energy and his warm-ups. I imagine he could be one of the guys called upon if subs are needed soon. But just an overall intensity from the U.S. after watching battle with threat.
And it's interesting from a physical standpoint as well. Christian Pulisic is really stretching a lot out with Anthony Robinson during that break. No subs for the U.S. yet. They've got 20 minutes, plus at least 3 minutes of stoppage time to navigate this and reach Seattle Monday night around 16 against Belgium. What do you want to see here? I want to see a maturity of this group and just a commitment to seeing this game out. It's not going to be easy. We're going to be under pressure. Not one there. Real intensity to the Warriors, fighting until the game, fighting for their lives. It was so much of the conversation we've had around this team from 4 years ago is how much more mature this team is. You take extra time on free kicks, you take extra time on goals. You go down the win. But more importantly, you have to suffer here. Everybody is sacrificing for the team. Somebody's had a lot of talkers about the beginning of the tournament, the experience of this team. Playing game within the game, pushing the boundaries of the rules. Those are the things you're talking about. Do whatever it takes. Win by any means necessary. Survive in advance. Very intently from the United States. When that goes back, they're pushing more right up. So they can kind of just sit on top of the ball. Because that gives an opportunity for that there to be an attack. But we sit on the player into the attack. They're going to have to cross the ball. That is what's good. Tarnic. Took the ball to Robinson. That stops on a dime. He's trying to dive Robinson. Back over for Robinson. Into the way of the game. There's not yet much of the sun now on this side because as the shade has continued to come over as the sun is setting, that's not an issue. What's an issue is the big boys attacking the ball. They're going to take a cross touch up on Tarnic, you know. There's the Wisconsin native who is taking to the corner. Take it short, Jovanovic. Tarnic. Into Dage. Dage closed down. Not clear. Goes it for a service ball. The commitment though by those U.S. defenders to stick to that moment. Into Hurovic for him to call on. Tomakovic really squeezes and gets to that ball. That's a good one, really, when you had a chance. He made a great run. But I didn't see a conversation. Pochettino was not seem too happy with that. The way the goalkeeper coach, it looked like he was saying, look, be smart in some of your distribution. But there was a chance that a couple minutes ago. Yes. Fouls for him. And he will do numbers. He's grabbing a second goal. Yes. Not enough to do. Takes the ball as he drops it inside and goal too far to the beginning. See how to the end. There are two substitutions. They're into the bench. Now, not going to mess around. Joel's working with the coach. He'll be running. Clyde working with the president of Soccer Federation. Pull Soccer, watching Caleb. So Nikola Katic, defender, is off. she knocks the defenders off as well. First time when she scored the time goal against England. The World Cup qualifying playoff. Bosnia and Herzegovina against Ducci Seconds and Angola. The Italians were walked down there for the red card. The LA goal tie up the Bosnians and the extreme volley shooter. Substitutions here. This is Martinovic. They're defending in 2 weeks. It's a year ago. They're PSV under the Netherlands. The crowd responding as well. They recognize that their team is going to have to suffer. And waiting for a look to see where that came off and on it did not play on. But they're trying to get the lift. They really Wilson's just trying to shuffle side to side to put some pressure on the deep line midfielder. But we still got their two backs to clear defensively. Now we're there. Teammate, see his pass. Green opens it up for Wilson. Orange comes to me, pass it, pass it, can draw foul, it's just, first of all, to be available, to find that little ball out of pressure, and then second, just to beat the first challenge, draws the challenge, and then feels a little pressure goes down, and he's taking an extra beat on the ground. He takes a kick from behind. He's still being blessed. Again, knee-to-knee contact. He's here long term. Anytime USMNT sees Pulisic with the ball, they're on a good side. But I do think this is also part of the game. Just taking an extra minute here. This is going to feel a lot like the Iran game, the last World Cup, which was excruciating. Pulisic wasn't hurt when he scored the goal, but then he still off the half hurt. They held on to very. Is getting increasingly frustrated. Pulisic didn't have to get back to the side of the U.S. We're still taking a count. They see it pretty good. It's exactly the same thing. Bosnia and Herzegovina winning everything at the league. Second time today, the U.S. had the ball in the back of the net. We're going to see an offside flag come up. That's an example of what they can do. Give the opportunity. Ryan says there. No foul. Bosnia benches Flores. U.S. throwing. Spot territory down. Sally Barnes is losing his mind right now. This is exactly what they need to frustrate Bosnia and Herzegovina. And he starts actually with a free kick, but Timberland's taking his time. That starts to really feel like a punch on the bench. Then you get the tackle from Anthony Robinson, which he thought was hitting right. Now you can see just his intensity, but that's expected that we will go out for the but this is by design done by Robinson. I'm not going for a quick. Sliced it backwards, heads it back infield. Robinson picks it up. Media pressure, in for Desmond. The referee's going to go for him. Touches the outside of the back. And he's going to show a little bit as well.
opportunities to go forward. But now here's, as usual, a real opportunity, top of the box, to give themselves just an allocution. Not going to get many more chances like this in this game.
Last time the U.S. played on this field was 9 years ago. Josie also scored a free kick goal from right about that spot on the field.
And this is something Brandon Donovan and I were talking about right before the game. Free kicks from this area. Oftentimes you see guys just try to flow it over the net. I can't tell you how it is to get up and down and past the goalkeeper. Hit the target here. Go goalkeeper side. Go net. Whatever it is, make the goalkeeper work.
Just said that he was a full 10 yards away.
In saying that, when it's on, he's got class. And so if there's anyone on the field that can do that, float it in into that top corner, it's that man.
It's going to lose the army. Tillman and Robinson step up for it. Tillman right into Adams. 9 minutes for stoppage time to go.
This round is telling me more power.
Looking at Vossos getting up the entire right side of his goal.
That's the biggest moment in the USA shirt. And that was 7 minutes of stoppage time to go. The USC is lifting and freeze when it comes to take it. He's going to do it quick. The US will work it around. Robinson for the key, trying to return. It breaks down. It's a blocked it. But goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Quality of that strike, as I said, from that distance to go up and over the ramp, but with the pace, that's a perfect strike, absolutely perfect. Just wow.
Question Burhart to prepare to answer. U.S. has got to keep working, they got to keep running, they got to keep defending all these key moments. Bosnia and Herzegovina, if they get one, it'll be a chaotic finish. Line comes from Medic, hooks it, the cross, now it's French, next to the it's a nice for
I see you, Alex Brown, 21 years old. Just to get back to your keepers, please.
Just took a little kick there on the way through by Demirovic. You can get a clean look at it from up here. I think we have a top post back after this. We can imagine never even hit something.
Okay, as if we haven't seen teams do this to the United States for time after time. And
as if it's Herzegovina would begin this in Central.
I think that all the time. All the time. But that entire sequence that leads to the goal, think about it. We've got Pulisic winning the ball under pressure. Goes down free kick, takes a couple seconds off the clock. You got Tim Reams ending the time frustrated. The pinch for Bosnia and Herzegovina. You always have a goal with Pulisic. You don't back up, you stay up, you press. Sergio Dest wins a free kick. Tim bangs it in the top corner. That's maturity.
Greg Berhalter looking on as his son Sebastian became the first American man with a goal and an assist in a World Cup game. Takes the field, replacing Sergio Dest. Christian Pulisic at the other as he puts off the ground.
Not a single soul in their seats sitting down. This crowd has been up on their feet from the moment that they had the red card and then the moment the U.S. get the second goal. Job is still not done.
Very much the same. Around 6 minutes, and it comes up off the edge and gets a throw for the U.S. Pushed up together. And the very people who you imagine is a big day in Australia, potentially on Monday, and you fold out as the days is going for the next round. Trying to make himself a handful right now. To fly him backwards there, and managed to keep it away from Pepe. Now Benjamin to here, which carrying forward. We'll see how much stoppage time has become, might be quite a bit. And it's clear away by the camp. So there's no special by Alvarovic. And since the red, you see all of the momentum that Bosnia and Herzegovina had with that one big moment from the late Tillman. Just his 4th career goal for the United States. One of the biggest potentially in American men's soccer history. As made by Tarovic. With Hookic crossing in. Like Sam Reed. Tarovic brings it down. Immediate pressure. Forced wide. Edge out there. Alex Freeman out defending another cross. 2-3, catching it, doesn't get there. Tight angle, Richard blocks it. And 3-3, Robert gets out in time. Pepe, gets there, but carries the foul.
Oh, that face gets around by Will. He commits to this one early and misses it completely. It's Chris Richards at the near post. Makes himself big, stops the follow-up shot.
Luckily, they had Chris Richards there. 90th minute, free kick coming for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You still feel it. Freeze is going to have to come up with another big save at some point.
Remy Movic stands over. Still missing on stoppage time. Movic, retains here. Richards wants the header. Although he puts it out on the far side, Sebastian Berhalter first to defend. That's a ditch, it's sent in, and to Rice has got to send out 10 minutes. Double-digit stoppage time to come. The VAR review for the red card. With injuries as well, the U.S. has to dig deep. This crowd's going to try to help him.
You're not ready for the 10 minutes.
The reward is Seattle. The reward is a chance to make history in the next round. grassroots a little bit as well. Bosnia and Herzegovina as far away from the goal as possible. Today can't frame it. And they have to cut it out. And here it is across to Moranovic. Marcus wants it. Zone defending. Moranovic will see it. Chris Richards has it out. Whatever the line right now is the U.S. is stopping crosses from dangerous areas. When he crosses, they can really get behind the back line. They're letting the time and space there, saying you want to cross it from here instead of putting it in and far away from the goal. They're doing a good job getting wide and getting some pressure at these moments.
And out here, Broholic is kind of backing off. It's fine. Finds. All he can do is watch. Hands up off in front of the point.
I was about to say, not only look like they're up to the lowest load, to allow them to come on with a stronger right foot. And that wasn't far away. It's a good shot there. So even the rotation a little bit from free to get in the help. As this was going from free, as he comes and misses it. This judges it. Look at that. Chris Richards. Free's going to come back to do it that way. But Richards there at the end of the race.
It's got out of the 10. Second half stoppage time. Big Ben's are looking at 6'5" line, but Green keep it for a team at Heavy. That's McKinney. McKinney's going center and right. Here is Chesney. So that's what it was right. Freeman with the spot for timeouts. McKinney. Adams. One measure for McKinney with Chase. Can he get there? He's got some heavy legs. Career best years, having such an impactful World Cup for the United States. We played 3 legs at the 10. 7 more to go. '64th minute red card. Here's McDonald at 6. Reed there's the goal. 82nd minute goal from the late team for the Philippines to make it 2. More substitutes. Winning in the race for the United States. It's flipped up. Robinson makes it out. Adams steals it for 10. Heroes just got to be careful.
And it's too late now, he's going to come in and roll on the rest of the thing. And that's like, I don't know if that 10 hours on empty, but he gets his thing. Well.
the thing like car is kind of looking right at you. I want to hit the gas station. That's what the U.S. does here. Get some right at you. I want to hit the gas station. That's what the U.S. does here. Get some idea. Frustrating.
24 years. The adventure continues. I'll be holding back again, but my unforgettable is.
Come on,